special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions.
As this crowd rolled into US Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They can't be any better as we hit the... Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The ball carrier. The numbers a week ago for Cook, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way to number. 20 points scored gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jamie Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off through the corner. With good timing, you get a completion.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. get the quick strike touchdown. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That went into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They're going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down that 24-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to roam now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Back to throw now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Second quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. It's intercepted. Jeff and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
On first down, Cook, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Down right around the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his 3rd touchdown. Now this offense gets ready to take over the football, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. This one in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Cook. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and 1.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Back to throw now. It is on his own. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And I got to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And it will be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Coleman. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jamie Collins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. In 2nd down.
B.C. Johnson, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
This one is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 42 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
At the 12-yard line.
He fires one incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Oh, it's dropped. He couldn't hang on. That would have been a big interception. Instead, they'll have a chance to get 3.
Minor pass on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Minnesota for 58 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They run, Cook, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run it again with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? Looks like they're headed towards 8.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start the drive with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 71 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of...
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On first down. 15 and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The kick by pass is good. They're sitting pretty now. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Rolled over a few people. Look at that one right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be.
On second down now. It's Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
You got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
1st and 10 at the 16.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Touchdown, Vikings.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.